Sup y'all, welcome back to another video by me, Thina.
OG K-pop stan since 1998.
Okay, I am surprisingly late to this. I consider myself late to this because I think it's pretty obvious to those who have been on my channel before, know that I am a hardcore ATEEZ. The reason why I wanted to take my time with this is because, I mean, Guerrilla on its own was already a lot for me to take in. I'm still screaming, like I'm literally screaming that. I'm not gonna do it here. This is just like a very muted version of what I just did just now. But yeah, Guerrilla is already just a very, from my perspective, a very successful era for ATEEZ. It reminds me of Wonderland, but on the powdery, not so good for your health white powder. So yeah, I already know that Guerrilla dance practice is going to be full of energy and craze. And considering the semi-crazy several days and weekend that just passed for me, I had to get x-rays for my updated foot fracture BS. And then I'm a maid of honor for my sister who's getting married next year. So the whole weekend was kind of like a wedding dress boutique, you know, maid of honor kind of stuff. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't distracted with anything else before I put my full focus onto the dance practice. In case any of you are new to my channel, I watch dance practices twice. The first time where I don't pause or talk, I just watch the full thing for the performance effect, and the second time is where I will pause and talk about the things I like. So okay, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I've watched one performance, but I didn't marry myself to the details. I want to make sure to wait for that for the practice. So, all right, let me just go ahead and zip and hit the play button for ATEEZ's Guerrilla dance practice.
Voice over Dina here for a quick pause before we get started. I would like to give a big shout out to my Captain Jack Sparrows over on my Patreon for the super support. I don't mean to be dramatic, but y'all literally help me with keeping my boat, also known as my life, stay afloat along with the rest of the crew.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen.
Alright, let's get it. Oh. Oh, Hongjong! Bam, the what the cane. Ooh. Hongjong, you're too swaggy. Okay, Yo-san. Okay, why is Yo-san still going so hard? Ooh. Hey, the lean back. Oh, I love it. Nice. Oh. Woo. San with the dramaticness. Ooh, the musicality. Make a move. Ooh. Ooh, someone with the dramatics. And San with the dramatics. Oh, smooth. Oh, gosh. That musicality. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Mingy, you with your solo dance as always. These arms though. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes. Ooh, Mingy. Oh, musicality. Okay, Soa, where'd you come from? Ooh, ooh. Oh, that's silent. I love it. Woo. Okay, you now. Oh my god. Oh! Look at Young with this. Oh my god, I'm sweating. I'm not even dancing. That's a wall. That's very cool. Ooh, ooh, musicality. Oh, that was a nice little unfolding there. Oh my god, here we go. Oh my god. Oh, that's Rambo! Yes, live your high note, Jongho. Look at Yo-sang! Ooh, ooh. Concept. That's what. Oh my. Okay, yeah. Again, as I was doing while watching the music video, I'm sweating AF. It's always weird because of the fact that I'm not even dancing. I'm literally just sitting here going ooh ah, and then I'm sweating. Okay, so there's a lot to say about the dance. I hope I have enough energy to do that. As much energy as they have in this video. This choreography is just blasting with energy. I think that's probably why I'm sweating, just because it's like I'm so hyped from all the energy that just kept coming out through the screen. Okay, so the concepts are very interesting. There's a lot of, I mean, of course, there's a lot of choreography. Obviously, this is a dance practice. It's an ATEEZ dance practice. However, there's a lot of parts where there's rotating, where it's like certain segments and sections. And then also, we are the Guerrillas, and they do this thing, you know, this little move like this. Before I keep talking, let me just look up the total definition of Guerrilla before I talk and make a fool out of myself. Okay, according to Oxford Language, Guerrilla, a member of a small independent group taking part in irregular fighting, typically against larger irregular forces. Okay, so this, back to this whole thing. I don't know if I could be reaching, but that's what I do here. I reach when it's art. Art is endless because of it being subjective. So when they do this, it makes me think of Avengers, the Infinity Stones, you know. I am Iron Man, you know, but in this case, we are ATEEZ. But yeah, so the fact, and y'all know Avengers, they're the small group like that's fighting the larger force, like, and it ties with Gorillas, and it ties with ATEEZ, what they're trying to do, like the whole statement of, you know, wake up world, you know, like, okay, even just that's just a little detail. Again, I don't know if I'm reaching there, but that's what I get right when I saw that. I just think of Robert Downey Jr., you know, charged up. So yeah, so back to the whole small groups, considering it talking about like a smaller group fighting a larger group. That's why I find it interesting that a lot of the choreography rotates a lot of smaller groups, and at the end we saw the dancers in white, you know, they all got collapsed over and we're left over with the Gorillas, the Avengers, the ATEEZ. So that's very interesting. Okay, here we go. Second time. Hold on, let me just cool down a little bit. If y'all see like sweat glistening, whatever. Let's just go ahead and watch this a second time, where I will pause and talk about the things I like. So here we go. I find it interesting that they didn't choose to hit all of the dun 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 dun. It's like just a little bit. They're just prepping. And before it happens, I love how Hongjong swung his little pimp cane. I'm just gonna keep calling him pimp cane. His pimp cane, and then like bammed it on the one. It's just something so swaggy about that, so confident about that. Boom, boom, yes. Oh my god, gosh, Hongjong, you're too swaggy. So I love how they start off with this crazy energy of doing this, and then this little bit of a thing that Hongjong just did with the cane, and we had to jump. Okay, let's see it again. It's so cool. Like, just the jump that happened, it goes with everything, all the energy that's flowing. Even Hongjong doing the like that, and he swings his cane, and the formation does that. It's so together. They're so together as far as the concept of formation. Okay, so I really also love how individual their swag is. the way they move is all very synchronized. They move together, they move as a group, but they're so individual in how they move. Like the like Yosang does it the way he does. Mingi has like a very loose kind of flow. They all do it very differently, but yet they move together. That again makes me think. I don't know. I keep bringing up Avengers just because this is planted into my mind. The Avengers are completely different superheroes, right? But they all work together as a unit. So it and then Hongjong with the swag, like what the. Yes, yes. This whole thing is so cool how we have Sun, my INFPs, Sun and Hongjong, doing, it sounds like being all dramatic too. And then we have the same concept happening for the group in the back. Like that's interesting how there's 2 to 1, 2 to 1, and there's 2. But they're doing the same concept of the swing and, we got your back. Kind of reminds me of the same concept of a trust fall. But, okay. Yeah, let's see this again. Love it. Look at Hongjong. You are so swaggy, and him hitting the dung 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 dung. I love the little touches of different musicality or unexpected musicality here and there. Like in the beginning, ho dun 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 dun, and right here the dung dung dung. He's living his life throughout his part. Like this whole part right here, he has his leg kind of like tilted in for that extra swag, and then the whole this like he's living a character, the character that he wants to portray in Guerrilla. Yes, look at him. Yes. God, he moves so freaking sharp. I think that they're all great dancers. Okay, kind of like in Stray Kids. Although, it's my bias, I will not let my biasness take over what I see, or at least from my perspective as a retired dancer. Lino has very clean moves. If you want to learn a choreography of Stray Kids, I would suggest to watch Lino, because he has all of the musicality and moves on point. Adds the swag, but he's still very clean and sharp. I say the same for Yuno. Yuno is very sharp in his movement. And the swag. I love it. Seriously, the whole like each of their parts, they all shined in their own way. Again, going with their whole individual aura and swag, but moving together as a unit. And shout out to the dancers. Watching them, I feel exhausted. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so distracted because I'm just watching. I want to enjoy a performance, but at the same time, like, you gotta say something. So, okay, he's just so adorable. Okay, so the fact that he starts off that, and then they go right into like this very powerful, it's a lot of very big movement, and their execution is so 100%, even if they're moving individually. I hope that makes sense. Look at San's arms. And even that, I noticed that. Was it Mingy the one that was in the beginning? I'll say it whenever it gets there. But the way Sun, let me look at the moves. Like the way he moves, he does it in such a like. It's not. It's not very sharp. It's very solid, but he still makes his points to make the move still there. He executes that part so smoothly. I noticed it ever since the music video, the way he did that. He did it just so like smoothly, but make sure that the points were hit. These moves though. Like what? You know what's so tough about being able to see the moves is because of the fact that they are just breathing in and out constantly. They're constantly changing lines and constantly just rotating. So it's like difficult for me to focus on the choreography. Alien, swaggy. So in the background, you hear the. I really love that they hit that musicality. It's very cool because they go right into the right after. It's because imagine it's kind of like a little prep to get right into the crazy steps that happens right after this. Let's go back. So much energy. See, I don't know. Again, I could be reaching, but again, I just think of Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, charging up, and then we are the Gorillas. The Gorillas being the same concept of Avengers. So so there's something up with Yosang Bucket Hat. I don't know. I don't know if the bucket hat is making him just like more swaggier than usual, but yeah, I just had to give Yosang some credit there. Woo! Their details. Mingy, your little solo part. It makes me think of Thanks whenever, but it was ATEEZ that were there to help highlight his solo part. But this time we had the dancers. So I always love that. That's kind of a trademark for Mingy, that he has like this little bit of a solo, shine, which is very well deserved because along with Mingy is definitely a very sharp dancer that I would suggest to also look at if you were to want to learn ATEEZ's dances. Ooh. Again, more unpredicted musicality. Boom, we're gonna make it loud. I just had to point that out. He just spin on his knee like that was like not hard on a joints. Look at him going crazy. And I love that little bit of a, level change as he pulled through and they fell down. It's like the concept of Guerrilla, the larger group being controlled by the one small group that's trying to make a statement. Smooth! Yes, dancers, seriously. Gosh, I just love how ATEEZ always has like a very beautiful section. Hold on, what was it? Answer. I was like, come on, xthina, get to it. You can't hum the whole song and not get to it. So Answer had its own little section of verse, right? But right when I got to Sungwa's part, they had the whole eyes covering thing, and they had like that little bit of a graceful cool down segment before they get all crazy again. This is what it makes me think of. Again, more ATEEZ choreography trademark. Ooh, I love it. So in the beginning, they hit the musicality, right? And then the little and right here, they kind of hold out the musicality. Like they change it up. They don't follow again with the like they change that up just to give a little bit of a difference. Yes. Woo, son. Yeah, Sungwa came out of nowhere with this like stance that he's ready to kill us, figuratively. Like seriously, he came out of nowhere. What a little ninja. He's so dramatic. I love it. Hey, Jongho. And let's give appreciation to Jongho's stare. Throughout the music video, whenever it was his turn, even in the dance practice. Like, Jongho being the maknae, he's so adorable and cute, but you can't mess with Jongho. He always has, like, the final boss jackets, the final boss aura kind of thing. So even just that glance just now, I'm like, oh, damn, like, did I say something to make you mad? I'm sorry. But, yeah, okay. I love how hyped they are for this. Oh, I didn't notice that Wooyoung went this way this time versus the first time he went here. Gosh, I love that. Break that wall, melt. Like, it's sharp, big movement, sharp movement. And all of a sudden, a little bit of a melt. It's like changing up the feels of the choreography. I'm sorry if I'm screaming. I kind of just realized that. it's infectious. Their energy is infectious. Whew. See, okay, so remember where I spoke about San doing it like the very kind of smooth but still making the points, and I say about if you want to learn the choreography, I would suggest to focus on or Mingi, but I'm just gonna say because it's here. He hits the moves so sharply, and his angles are so on point. Like, to me, from my experience as not only a person who was in a dance crew, but somebody who used to teach beginners hip hop, I would always suggest to learn the choreography for the full detail first before you run it over, mark it over and over again, and then add your swag on top of that, because you at least muscle memory the details. So yeah, that's why I keep saying I'd focus on Look at him coming through. Sharp. Yes, dude, I love that. Okay, William. Okay, William showing arm too. I'm sorry, I just had to say that because it kind of happened, and he's being very kind of flirty in his aura. Kasonwa. Yes. Look at them. They are going crazy. Look at Songwa's hair. I also love this whole bridge part, how it just travels from one side of the room to the other. We obviously have them starting in this line here. Sun is going through, and then I know later on they move through, and then I have that little art. They do that little bit of, what did I call it in the first time? Unfolding. We had members rotate out, and again, I feel like it makes me think back to the guerrilla concept of the smaller group fighting the larger group to make a statement. Yes, Look at them screaming. Oh, Hongjong. Oh, I can't keep up. I can't keep. Oh God, Hongjong, you are living this character. Like, look at this lean back of his. Okay, I don't think I went back far enough. One more time. Okay. Look at them screaming. Yes, the stomping. Such big movement. The traveling. I love it. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on. That's very interesting there. I know, of course, the dancers are to come back. If I hear a little bit of like noise, this is my dog having a nightmare. She's sleeping next to my foot. So again, I don't know if this is conceptually done, but this is at least what I'm getting from watching it. So first we had ATEEZ, right? And all of a sudden the dancers come. It's like they come to join, and then ATEEZ is like, leading. Almost kind of like, we made our statement. Here we go, moving together as a unit. Such big movement, and they just breathe out. It's traveling here, leading it. How the hell? Like, seriously, first they were so compressed here. No, not here. Here, they were all together all of a sudden, right when the dance break starts. The break, look, really, we are so cute. So, yeah, they're all compressed here. And when the dance practice happens, they kind of just explode. They exhale. Exhale. Okay, anyway, I hope y'all get the point. So then they go on with these big, crazy movements, and they're all matched together, not in just synchronization, but energy as well. And doing this whole thing, leading the pack, and they all move over, and then they explode back out. It's so alive. Woo! Sehongjoong getting it. Yes. Yes. Woo! And Donald just like, after he lives his like high note, he just joins right back in like as if, yeah, like as if that's easy. Look at Yo-san. Just a little bit of a swag tilt. Hold on, how did the dancers go down? They domino down. So it's like the gorillas are left, you know, after they fought the larger group. Hear that breath? See, Yo-sang? Yeah, I'm telling you, Yo-sang bucket had something else. Okay, this choreography was something else. Before this, from my perspective, I thought Hala Hala was the most exhausting choreography. Again, at least from my perspective. If I were to learn the choreographies, Hala Hala probably the one where I'm like losing my breath. And from now, watching this, I feel like Hala Hala got a little bit more replaced over with Guerrilla, because Guerrilla is just extremely exhausting. It's like the same concept of Hala Hala. That's kind of hard to say sometimes. Where they have like the, you know, like the raise me up, take me up, like that, where they kind of separated for that. They have segments where they do like little groups, little rotating in and out. And then they have the big bursts of craze. Like if y'all remember in Hala Hala at the end, that whole dance break was crazy. So it reminds me of Guerrilla. I just feel like Guerrilla is just extremely exhausting because of the very big movements and moving so fast at the same time and matching the rest of the gorillas at the same time. Whew. Okay, how long have I been talking? Half an hour. Great. So I knew I was going to talk a lot. That's why I said I knew that I wanted to make sure that I was a little bit more clear in my schedule off of what I do to make sure that I fully focus. Damn ATEEZ. Now we know that ATEEZ will be doing a world tour again, and this will be my first chance to be able to see them. I know that they recently did a world tour, but at the time I was still kind of getting over my seizures issue, so I was just kind of scared to go to a show with a lot of lights. But now that I'm a little bit more dormant in that state, I am so ready to see Guerrilla perform live and just see ATEEZ live in general, because look at this energy. If their energy was already infectious enough through the screen for me to be screaming at the microphone, how am I going to be at the concert? That's a rhetorical question. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for checking out this video here with me on my YouTube. I hope you have a great day, and until the next video coming up, peace.